Yes, I was loved, bombed, and then dumped. Yes, it happened to me. Crystal, dating coach. Hello, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm here to help you have the best relationship that you desire and deserve. I talk about my life here in Italy. I've been living here 25 years, first in Milan, now recently moved to Sicily. And sometimes I talk about gossip. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Yes, I was loved, bombed, and I was dumped. So how did it happen? I'm going to tell you so it doesn't happen to you. I, went through it so you don't have to go through it. So we met online. He was tall, dark, and handsome. After a couple of phone conversations, we met for a date. So at the time, I was organizing dinner for singles. I was always in the love area. And I invited him to one of my dinners. I'm like, okay, if it doesn't work out, I got another guest at my event. But it did work out. I liked him. He looked like the photo profile, and he was charming and sweet and very affectionate right away. I remember when he drove me home, he put in a CD, Papa Was a Rolling Stone. And I'm like, oh, that's one of my favorite songs. He's like, that's one of my favorite songs too. He's like, oh, we have so much in common. I feel like I've known you all my life. First big red flag. So when he brought me to my door, he's like, when can I see you again? Tomorrow? Can I see you tomorrow? I'm like, well, call me, tomorrow, we'll organize. But I did see him the next day. And the next day, and the next day, I broke all my rules, yes, because I believe when you meet someone, don't see them every day right away. Let them miss you, see them, then let a couple of days go by, see them again. Okay, I broke all the rules, saw him every day. And after a couple of weeks, he told me, I love you, Crystal. I'm like, how can you love me? We just known each other a couple of weeks. He's like, well, I think about you all the time. I want to be with you. That's love, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, okay. Second red flag. So he told me he loves me. And a few months later, I actually fell in love also. He was divorced. He had 2 children, one 6, one 8. And we had a lovely relationship. I met his kids, I met his mom, I met his friends. He came into my life, met my friends, and things were great for 6 whole months until he actually started telling me why his marriage was over. He said he was wounded because his wife cheated on him in the worst way. He would find, business cards of other men with little hearts on them. He said his credit card bill arrived. He saw it strapped up in the garbage. He checked it out. It was a weekend for a nice place by the sea for 2 people, his wife and another man, that she paid for with his credit card to cheat on him. He confronted her and she said, yeah, what about it? You're not good in bed anymore. You're lousy. You don't satisfy me. So yeah, I got a lover. Dun 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 dun. So this is why someone loves bonds you. Because they've been hurt. They're wounded. Practically anyone who is nice to them, they're going to fall in love with. Yeah. You have to be careful when you meet a man and after 2 weeks he says, I love you. After 1 month, he said, I want to marry you. I want to have a family. I want to, us to have a child together. I'm like, no, come on. Just 2 months. You're planning too far ahead. I like you too. And let's see how this goes. No, that's what I want. They want everything quickly because they're in dying, desperate need of love. They've been hurt, cheated on. Their companion left them, criticized them, insulted them, their masculinity. So don't be flattered. Yes, I admit I was flattered after 2 weeks when someone says they love you because it's impossible. They can like you a lot. They can see a future already with you after 2 weeks, but they can't say they love you. And after a couple of months, they can't say they want to get married and have a child. This is too soon. But, gradually, I noticed things. The first 3, 4, 5 months, it was wonderful. I remember him introducing him to my beautiful friends. When we went to parties, he never looked at them. He never flirted. Then all of a sudden, we would go to parties. He would flirt with every single woman there. And comment on every single woman, how beautiful this one is, how sexy this one is. Why? Because his ego was down here. I lifted it up a little bit by, being his girlfriend, but he needed that extra confirmation from other women. And that's when the relationship starts going down. And this is what happens with the love bombing. When you meet them, they're calling you every day. They want to see you every day. 2 weeks later, they say they're in love with you. 2 months later, they want you in their life. They want to get married, have children. And then within a year, they go from this to that. Because they're not really, they don't do it on purpose. But that's not our problem, whether they're doing it on purpose or not, because they're wasting our time, our life, letting us think they want to have a relationship and they want to, have a future with us. But it's not true. They may think it's true, but it's not. They're healing and they just need love. They need someone to want them, to desire them, to not make them feel awful like they were in the last relationship. So let's take it slowly, not too slowly, because yes, within 3 months, you should have the title. He should be calling you his girlfriend. He should be your boyfriend. Within 3 months, you should know his family, friends, and everyone important. But he shouldn't be over possessive, wanting to see you every day, telling you he loves you every day, planning to get married, babies. That's love bombing, and it doesn't last. 6-7 months maximum. Watch out for the red signs, for the man who is too involved too soon, but with words actually. Because yes, I did meet his children, but we didn't actually have any real future plans. It was blah, blah, blah. So look for the signs and don't get love bombed. Oh yes, love bombed and dumped, because yes, then he told me after, it was almost a year, he didn't feel like he wanted a relationship anymore. What happened? He felt fulfilled. I made him feel masculine again, sexy again. I told him he was fabulous in bed. So he didn't need me anymore. So that's why stay away from the love bomb. Yes, about 6 or 7 months later, he contacted me and said, oh, let's get together. I'm lonely. I haven't met anyone. No. Of course, that's what happens because they don't know what they want. So when you do meet a man, wait at least, he has to be single at least 6 months. So if he's recently divorced, recently separated, recently broke up, 2 or 3 months, stop. In the name of love. Yes, that's my cat going up and down the steps. 6 months, a man or even a woman needs to heal and can begin a relationship. Hope you loved my video. Yes, I was loved, bombed, and then dumped. Give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe.